Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played in the M24 Lunar Chaffee during the limited time Mars Mode event. This is a tier 9 American premium light tank which can use crews from any nation. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Mars, which was a map made specifically for this April Fool's event, much like the Tog Sea. I found this map to be extremely well made, and I enjoyed the additions of the spaceship teleporters and the health regeneration orbs. But I found that my most successful games were on the eastern side of the map, where I'm heading now. It's a bit more open on this side, which allows you to make crazy maneuvers and take full advantage of the Lunar Chaffee's mobility. And because of that, the games that I fought on this side of the map were the ones that I had the most fun. Also, the trench on this side of the map is deep and spacious, and can mask the approach of a whole bunch of these lunar tanks, with enough room to maneuver without tripping over each other. Alright, now we're getting into our first bit of action for the game. I'm not holding back here because I've got quite a few teammates supporting me. This lunar mode was all about having fun, so whenever I saw an opportunity like this to get a ram, I took it. Oh yeah, space ram! The ram didn't go exactly in my favor, but I'm still able to get a lot of good damage hits on this enemy, and I would have been able to finish him off there, but his teammate blocked a few of the shots, which left him with just enough hit points. Now since I'm almost dead here, I need to find one of those health regeneration orbs, but so far none have appeared on the map. These things appear sporadically throughout the game, which made aggressive plays like this early in the game very dangerous, but really who can blame me for not wanting to pass up a ramming opportunity like that? Sometimes at the start of the game when I was fighting on that side of the map, I would take a more passive role and just do circles more towards my base, and that was enough to draw the enemies in, and since I was constantly doing circles, they weren't able to get any easy shots in from a distance. Now that I've noticed one of the blue orbs have come up on the map, I'm going to head over so I can refill my health. I really appreciated during this event that you could train crews from any nation. I was training my Czechoslovakian crew for most of the time, and ended up training over 2.5 crew skills for him. This provided a great opportunity to train a new crew to get some very basic skills for him in a game mode where you don't need any crew skills in order to do well. Once I refill my health, I can get back to properly supporting my team. But first, airtime! I like the idea of placing the health orbs over jumps so that players could take advantage of the fact that their tanks don't receive any damage from falling. I do wish it was a little easier to get to the jumps. It can be sometimes hard to get around the obstacles to get a clear shot at the ramp. If it had been just a little bit easier, I think more players would have been able to incorporate the health regeneration into their strategies, which could have made for some longer and more epic battles. Now we're finally back in the action. I got 2 quick rams on that lunar tank there, one to slow him down and disorientate him, and another small tap just to finish him off. I found ramming to be extremely useful throughout this event, especially in one-on-one battles, because if you were able to flip an enemy over, or slow him down for even a few seconds, it allows you those extra easy shots which can make the world of difference. Gosh, I just got all my hit points back and they're already gone again. That was an awesome one-on-one fight I got to have there, but now I'm the sole survivor on my team and there's 2 enemies remaining, so if I'm gonna have a hope at beating them, I need to go refill my health again, with not a lot of time because both enemies are closing in on me. I almost didn't make it here, a few more seconds and a few more shots from that lunar tank behind me and I wouldn't have got this health orb and the game would have been over. This is a bit of an awkward landing, but thankfully no enemies are around to take advantage of my predicament. It's a good thing I was only bouncing around like a soccer ball for a few seconds. Now the main thing I'm focusing on here is to isolate the enemies and fight them one at a time. So I charge straight towards the closest one, but I only have a few seconds before the second one shows up. And that sharp drift turn right there was one of my favorite strategies to use during this Mars mode. It cuts your speed a lot, but it allows you to get directly behind the enemy to get some easy shots in on their back, which worked really well for me there. And now there's only one enemy left, but because he lost all of his speed from hitting that rock, he didn't have a chance to dodge any of my shots. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game I earned 4,058 experience, which turned out to be a nice little boost towards my crew skill. I dealt 2,646 damage and destroyed 4 enemies while blocking 440 damage. I got 62 damage hits but only 60 penetrations because 2 of the damage hits were from rams. I placed at the top of my team earning a base XP of 2,705. I hit only 68 of my 171 shots and penetrated 60 of those. In a regular game, that kind of accuracy is pretty terrible, but for the lunar tank, it's about average. In terms of crew and module damage, I really didn't do much. I injured the driver in one of the lunars and the radio operator in another. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing that fun game with the lunar tank, and that you were able to get some good games in yourself during this event. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.